Hello, my name is SPS Leonidas, and today I'm going to show you how to fix the slideshow stuttering super lag that's plaguing Stalker 2 Heart of Chornobyl right now. It's basically unplayable. Now, when I first started the game, I made it about a half hour, 45 minutes in before I started getting the slideshow, and I was running on Epic. I had a little bit of a lag spike when I crossed the wall in the tutorial, but it didn't really start until I got to the scientist bunker, and that's when all hell broke loose. So I'm going to show you the process I went through to get the game playable and also retain most of the quality. Hopefully y'all will be able to retain all the quality, but my graphics card is a little bit older. So whenever you have a problem with a game, first things first, always drop your quality settings down and see if that helps. It will help me out a little bit if I can get there. It's not registered. The escape key. There we go. So everything's set to epic right now. We're gonna drop this down to low and see how that does. It's gonna look absolutely awful. I guarantee it. It's so laggy right now. It doesn't even realize I'm pressing the F key. There we go. We finally got it. All right, that took a lot of heat off the GPU. CPU bounced up to a reasonable amount. We kind of want the CPU high as well because it helps out the GPU. Now this looks terrible. We're only getting 29 frames per second, and this is on low quality. So yeah, this looks pretty bad. We've got massive screen tearing because VSync is disabled, which if you enable it, it's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt you a lot. It's going to fix the screen tearing, but it's going to on low, it doesn't hurt that much. You see our GPU shot up to about 90%, and we're on low, but it takes up a lot of power. So we want this disabled. We can enable it another way and still have the same effect off of it. So leave VSync disabled, and I've found a couple options that work pretty good. These shaders are probably the biggest cause of the lag so far. So if we leave all those on low, we can bump everything else up to high and get away with it. Shading quality, global illumination, reflections, and shadow quality. We don't want that. We want that low for now. Post-processing we can also put down to low. We'll put anti-sailing down to medium and see how that does. And we're back to slideshow territory. It's going to take a second to load all this in. Just watching the grass grow right now. This is beautiful. Isn't nature wonderful? Okay, everything loaded in. It's somewhat playable, but the GPU is still kind of scary high. All the quality settings are set to high except for the shaders, which we have on low. But this isn't exactly what I want here. We could also set the draw distance down to far. It would help out with the GPU a little bit. Isn't exactly what we want. We can do better. So let me walk you through the process of everything I did to get it running good. Also, another thing we can do is disable the shader compiling at the start of the game. Okay, we're going to start at the very, very, very beginning. Is your system capable of running the game? Mine is about halfway there. It's over the minimum requirements. I got pretty much double the RAM, and I think double the CPU as well. So I should be able to handle it there. My graphics card is a 1660 Ti, so I'm right in the middle of the low end and the high end. So realistically, I'm supposed to be running the game on medium, but I want to try to get as much out of it as I can. So if you don't meet this minimum system requirements, you might need to think about an upgrade. Software tweaks can help, but it can only go so far. I mean, ChatGPT isn't going to do a lot of good on a first generation iPhone, so you may not be able to play if you're under these requirements here. After you checked your system requirements against what you already have, go ahead, open your library, right-click on Stalker 2, go to Properties, And of course, go to install files and verify the integrity of game files. I've already done this and it didn't really help too much, and I'm not going to do it again because it takes a long time to go through 150 gigabytes worth of stuff. Also, make sure everything's updated. I have auto updates on, so it should be fine. Now, my PC came with the NVIDIA control panel, but I had to install the NVIDIA app, which is very easy to do. Just type in NVIDIA or whatever the hell I spelled there, NVIDIA driver update, download the official NVIDIA drivers. Up here, it'll say best for gamers creators. Go ahead, click that, download, good to go. If you're on a different graphics card or don't have NVIDIA for whatever reason, the process should be the same. Just look up whatever you have and search driver updates for that system. Once you have the NVIDIA app, if you go to drivers, if you need to update, there should be a green button up here. Mine is currently up to date. I could reinstall if I wanted to, but I was a couple updates behind when I first started playing soccer. The NVIDIA app gives you a little bit more control over driver settings as well. So you can change stuff down in here, which is how we're going to enable VSync, but we'll get to that in a little bit. So I'm going to link all the resources and all the pages I'm using to make this video down in the description below. This guy from DOT Esports is very, very good, and where I got most of the information for this video from. So it's already kind of went over is your system good? Is your drivers up to date? All that good stuff. If it also mentions launch options, and it gives you a launch option to put in down here. Go ahead, copy that. Go ahead, open STALKER back up in your library. Right-click Properties, General, under Launch Options. Go ahead, paste that, and you should be good to go. That helped out a little bit, but it wasn't a complete fix. So we need to do something else. Now, the guide recommends STALKER Optimizer, which it did stuff, but it didn't really fix everything. What I would recommend is Optimizer Tweaks S.2. This helped me out the most. So you could try both of these. I would recommend this one. And the one I think I need is O2 Optimized Tweaks Boost 1.67. I think this is the one I need because my graphics card is within this family. It's a 1660 Ti, so it would be between 1060 and it would be a little bit newer than a GTX 1650. But I think it's just old enough to where this is the one I need. So you're gonna have to go ahead and click manual download. Make sure you're logged into the Nexus. An account's free. Don't worry about the premium version. Slow download only takes 5 seconds. But you do have to have a account in order to download stuff. Once that's downloaded, go ahead, save it somewhere. Go ahead, open it up. And then you're going to want to find where STALKER's installed at. If you're on Steam, it's going to be this PC, local disk, program, files, x86, Steam, Steam apps, common, STALKER, Heart of Chornobyl, STALKER 2, content, I think, packs, there we go. And you're going to need to make a mod folder. So go ahead, right click, go new folder, and you have to name it mods with a little tilde symbol on it. I would just copy this, click rename, paste. You now have a mods folder. Open up the zip file for the optimized tweaks boost. Go ahead, drag it in, bada bing, bada boom, you're a modder. And that should be good enough. Now, if you want to stop the game from doing that, compiling shaders every time you launch the game, what you want to do is go to this PC, local disk, users, your username. Here you're gonna have to click. You're gonna have to type / or backwards. Oh God, what's happening? So your username, type app data. Once you get to here, once you get into app data, go to local STALKER 2 saved config Windows. Go ahead, find editor scripting utilities, copy that, paste it in here, rename it, to, rename it to engine, open it, should be a blank text document, and you're going to copy and paste this into the engine INI. I already have one made, so I just drug it back in there, but I'm gonna have this in the description below all the links and stuff. Just copy paste that into engine.ini, and that will stop the game from doing the shader cache every time. Now, if you want to enable VSync, which I need to because the recording picks up screen tearing super bad, go to NVIDIA control panel. This isn't the control panel. What's happening? Oh, there it is. Go to manage 3D settings. You got to scroll down a little bit. Vertical sync. It'll probably be off for you. I already turned it on. So that's global on now. And then we'll click apply on that. So VSync should be on globally now, but you have to go back into your NVIDIA app, go to STALKER Heart of Chornobyl, go down to VSync, and turn it on. So it needs to be on at both places or it won't work. I like to cap the frame rate at 60 FPS. It helps out with the GPU a little bit. You can also mess with your driver settings down in here, but I think that's all we need to do. So when I go ahead and launch this, you'll notice that it won't do the shader cache. It should instantly go from one screen to the other. All right, goes from, look at that. It went straight from that screen to here without loading the shader cache. It saves about a solid 3 to 4 minutes every time I load the game. Okay, we're out here with a solid 23 FPS, GPU's at 91, CPU's at 70. We like those numbers. It's okay for the GPU to be high as long as it's not hitting 100. When it hits 100, that's when it starts to do crazy things. So the optimization mod, the launch options, all that good stuff is working together. We're dropping a couple frames here and there, but we are running the game on high. If I turn this down to medium, it should get a lot better. I really don't want to play on medium though. We're still gonna have the shaders on low. Whenever you change stuff, it takes a second to load in. Just gotta look at that. Just gotta look at this real quick. If it starts lagging, you can push escape or go to the menu. It pauses the AI, so it gives a little bit more resources to generating the landscape and what have you. Also, you can unjam it by going to an even lower quality setting. It looks like it's done loading. I thought it was. What's happening? If tapping escape a couple times doesn't get you out of trouble, you can reload a save, or you can load up an even lower graphics setting. We're on medium now. We're up to 32 FPS, and GPU's a little bit happier. CPU's down, but this is completely playable right here. The one problem I've noticed is when you go into shops, the shop isn't loaded all the way. So it takes a second for the textures to pop in. So opening your shop and opening your map too many times can cause the game to freak out a lot. And you just hit escape a couple times until it stops freaking out, or you can drop a save and reload the save. It'll regenerate the entire world, but it's worth it to just try to hit escape a couple times. Pause the AI, let the world get its act together. Opening the map too many times, I've noticed, causes some lag sometimes, and sometimes going into your inventory will do it as well. Like just opening our map dropped it down to 27 frames per second. The game's pretty happy right now. It's giving me about 47, but I want to see with all these changes, can I get away with running Epic on everything except shaders? We already know shaders is not for me. So medium shader. Are we gonna run medium? We'll run low and see if we can bump it up. We'll drop the environment draw distance down a little bit. Go ahead, save that. The game's gonna freak out for a second, and that's totally okay. I would too. But actually, no, it's kind of clean. It's actually loading in kind of clean. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, no, this is okay here. We can deal with this. Now the reflections and the shadows look a little bit scuffed, but we can definitely play like this. The game would definitely be happier if I dropped it down to high, which I might do. Because without the shaders being all the way bumped up, it's not... oh, we're getting a little bit of lag. But it's because the environment's loading in. If we don't have the shaders bumped up all the way, having all the textures when having on high doesn't make a lot of sense. Because, I mean, this puddle looks like garbage, but the rest of it looks pretty good. Oh, did I have post-processing up? Ah, post-processing. Let's put that down to medium. And we'll put anti-scaling down to medium. I'll put the motion blur down to high. That should help out a lot, too. Just try to squeeze resources where we can. All right, running around in here. 20 FPS. We're on epic graphics, though. And, I mean, it looks good. It looks good. The puddles are kind of garbo, but other than that, so I think that's the solution. And if you do manage to jam the game up, either just tap escape a couple times to let everything load in, load a save, and it should be okay. Hopefully this helped. I miss the days when games just released without without a massive amount of bugs, but you know, hopefully there will be a patch soon. And if I find another better way of optimizing the game before they come out with a patch, I'll definitely make a second video, but I'll also link to this one. If you guys need any help, I'll try my best to answer. Oh god, it's a little laggy, but it's doable. I'll try my best to answer all the comments, but I'm not an expert in things such as this, and I've put all the information I know in the video. I would recommend doing your own independent research, because I'm not sure how much I'll be able to help you, but I'll try my best. If the video did help you, why not you know, drop me a subscribe. Until then, I appreciate you guys for watching, and good luck in the zone.